So guys, today I got for you a bit of a different kind of video in which I'll be matching perfumes to the main character of a very popular show, the Bridgertons. Let me know if you're a fan and who is your favorite. This was actually an idea of one of my subscribers, Anna, if I'm not wrong, so thank you so much and keep on watching for more details. Benny helped me out with a bunch of these choices, and more helpful information you will find down below in the description box. So if you enjoy watching this video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up, as well as feel free to subscribe to my channel. And once you're done with that, we can get started. So guys, let me know if you already heard about Bridgertons, and if you're watching it too. I found it's such an exciting idea to match perfumes to the main characters of the show that is so over the top. Oh my god, I'm in love with fashion, with the vibe, and also with all, you know, the makeup, the jewelry. Everything is so expensive in there that I'm wondering who are the investors. But with that aside, of course, the main characters, they are very charismatic, British, really pretty. So I have excellent perfume choices in my opinion, and Benny helped me out with a lot of them. But if you disagree with some, definitely comment down below your ideas and your choices. And I'm getting started with the iconic one who was the star of the season 1. Of course, this is Daphne Bridgerton, and to be honest with you, I'm not crazy about her because I don't like such perfect girls, and she tried to be, you know, the ideal image of this very elegant young woman, and she was looking for true love. So on the one side she has this romantic personality, and on the other side, when she's along with her lover, she's very passionate. So Benny told me that she needs something smooth and creamy, and that exact moment I knew that it should be Bianco Latte by Giardini di Toscana, because this is a very beautiful, milky, sweet gourmand that attracts attention because gourmands really act like aphrodisiacs, and she was the jewel, you know, of the season, so everybody wanted her. And gourmand perfumes are very, very delicious and milky, so this fragrance is pretty popular too. I find it fits her perfectly, and it is also pretty intense. So it is passionate for sure, it is charismatic. There's caramel, honey, vanilla, and if you like sweet perfumes and you want something creamy that will bring you a lot of compliments and attention, and you want to be the jewel to shine bright like Daphne, then definitely check it out. And for her, you know, counterpart, for the lover of Daphne, this is actually her husband in the end, Simon, the Duke of Hastings, I decided to go with something delicious as well, right? But darker, deeper, with notes of coffee. I wanted chocolate, I wanted that richness, because, you know, despite his troubled past and very serious appearance, I find that he's also very emotional, although he tries to hide that. But Daphne really helped him with that, so he found that perfect balance between his past and yeah, kinda positive and bright future thanks to her, in my personal opinion. So they kinda match one another, although there was a lot of tension between them. So I wanted something gourmand, but once again a bit deeper and more serious than Bianco Latte. So for that I chose the new addition in my collection that I'm obsessed with, and this is definitely that fragrance you'll be addicted to once you tried it out, like she was when she met him. This is Camera Canva, so not the original Camera, and you guys, this perfume is everything you want from a beautiful spicy gourmand with cinnamon, with cardamom, with ginger. It has that twist, you know, it's not like a super gentle fragrance, but then once you get to know it better, like with Simon, it opens from a different side, so inviting, so cozy, so beautiful, so true, so real. I like the chocolatey vanilla in there, but just still spicy. The coffee note in there brings in something dark and mysterious that fits him perfectly as well. I love this perfume so much, and find it is unisex, but would be amazing on man as a beautiful, delicious, deep gourmand fragrance. So yeah, I highly recommend you check it out. And that was my pair of delicious fragrances for this couple. Now let's move on to the next man, also very bold in the series, who is Anthony Bridgerton, and I kind of like him. His look, his vibe, his character, he is kind of cool. I like him a lot, and for him it was a no-brainer for me at all, you guys. I knew that it's gonna be Arsenico. Benny's his signature scent. Of course, Arsenico is this very just extremely likable fragrance. You kind of want him, but you know he's not for you, but you're like, want him anyway. Arsenica is a freshie at first, so I think it's gonna be great for more energetic man like Anthony, who likes sports, who's very active. It's also super sexy, which fits him perfectly as well. It has that nice juicy woodiness to it, some oak moss, some bright fruits. It actually has a bit similarity with Aventus, and in my personal opinion it's a bit better. It's like a niche version of Aventus, if you want, although Aventus is niche too. But yeah, I find Aventus would fit him perfectly as well. Benny just wears Arsenica, and I find it's a great fragrance that is sexy, that is modern, that is very energetic, but at the same time it is strong with this powerful core like Anthony, because he's very responsible and he always tries to, you know, not let his emotions to overtake him. So yeah, I really like his character. I like this perfume. I find they're a perfect match. And now let's talk about my favorite sister from Bridgertons, and this is of course Eloise. Oh my god, I like her so much. First of all, I love the actress. She's so cool. I like her mimic. I really like how she acts. She's amazing. I like everything about her, and she is very rebellious. She's independent. She doesn't want to follow the rules set by the society, so she doesn't really want to meet all the expectations. She was afraid in the first series of that image that Daphne set like a perfect jewel, and in the second series like more attention is drawn to her, but at the same time she kind of stays true to herself. So she's very outspoken, and I wanted a rebellious perfume, and what would fit better than a fragrance that is called the Rebel Soul from Bell Rebel. I don't have a bottle, I have a sample. This is a very abstract, very like a little bit mysterious, woody, extremely aromatic perfume with sage, with Palo Santo. So yeah, I just wanted something that you wouldn't expect from a young lady. She's very mature, she's grown up in a way, and yeah, she's really, she's so cool. She's definitely probably my favorite girl character in the show, and she's, yeah, just amazing. So Bell Rebel, I have two fragrances from them. They look like this, but you know, this pinky bubblegum wouldn't fit her at all. And Bell Rebel also has this bottle. The color of it really reminds me of her character, because she wears a lot of clothing in this bluish style. So yeah, with that being said, let's move on to another sibling from the Bridgerton family, and this is Colin Bridgerton. So he's kind of adventurous, a little bit naive, but I liked him. He's pretty cool. He is interesting, curious, friendly, and so I decided to go with a fragrance that is called My Greek Lover, because he spent some time in Greece and he always refers to it, and everybody's kind of like making a bit of a joke of him because of that. So My Greek Lover by the Canadian indie brand that is called Untamed is just like a perfect fragrance. It is very fresh, it is juicy, it is very citrusy, so perfect kind of like for men, but it has this different side, a little bit more gentle, a little bit more calm. There are some flowers, it's aromatic, and My Greek Lover, I find like it's a perfect name. So with that being said, there is another sibling. He's like, I don't remember his name. He is like a painter. He's so creative and like a little bit different than all of them, and yeah, he definitely deserves a fragrance too, but I couldn't think of one. So if you could recommend me something, I would appreciate that. And to complete the Bridgerton family, I think we can talk about the mother, and if I'm not wrong, she's called Violet. So I wanted a fragrance that is very classy, that would be like timeless, because she has so many children and she's like this very soft and tender personality that is so strong inside. And I decided to go with Peau d'Automne from Maison Violet. This is a gorgeous powdery violet to iris fragrance that is my all-time favorite. It has this lipstick vibe with nostalgic feeling of something lipsticky, peachy. It's so good, you guys. Very unisex, a little bit more feminine leaning because of that lipstick nostalgic thing, and I just love it. I find with a name like hers and with her vibe, this would be a perfect fragrance, because it combines all the elements of her. So with that being said, I think we are ready to move on to Penelope. She is the next character who I want to talk about, and she is very special. One of my favorites for sure. I think a lot of people enjoy her, and she has a very interesting family. So Featheringtons, they are a little bit broke, but very out there. They're extravagant, they're opulent, their family colors are so bright, and she tends to wear really lots of yellow dresses, and they are bombastic. If Daphne and like her family is super elegant, discreet, then you know, Featheringtons, they are the opposite. They have these extreme hairstyles and beautiful dresses. Like, I don't find the time is enough to look at all the details. So yeah, they are super complex, and I wanted a fragrance with a yellow flower for her, but at the same time I wanted something gentle, because lots of yellow florals, they can be very intoxicating, and I wanted something that would be softer and tender. So I went for Sincere from the British brand JUS Perfumes. You guys, this is one of my all-time favorite fragrances anyway, and I'm so happy that I thought of it for Penelope, because like her, this is a very beautiful, like tender fragrance. It's super friendly, it's never inappropriate, never offensive. It's so gentle, so smooth, so kind of creamy, but in a different way than the first fragrance, Bianco Latte. So in here we have coconut, but it is creamy, like with amber seeds. The yellow flower is coming from ylang ylang, but it's not like those ylang ylangs where it smells like tropical vacations. Not like that at all. It just adds something so nice, and it's a little bit clean too. So I find like behind that very bold yellow dress, there is a very tender and very fragile person hiding. So the orris root in here is a little bit powdery. The milkiness, it's just like a hint of warm milk. Okay, it's not too much. So I love this fragrance anyway. I really like Penelope. Now I know that she is this Miss Whistledown, right? So yeah, I'm excited how events are gonna turn out. But now let's move on to her mother, and oh my god, I kind of like her too. She is a little bit tricky, but you know, her hairstyle, once again, the dresses, everything, oh my god, that woman makes a bold statement. She knows what she wants. She wants basically wealth for her family, like everyone does. So I wanted a perfume that would be extremely floral, that is gonna be so bewitching and intense. So I decided to go for Tuberose Absolute by Paris Monte Carlo, and this fragrance is a true bomb, you guys. I personally love it a lot. It's kind of like a green tuberose, so this is actually one of their family colors. If you look at the wallpapers and stuff, everything is like green yellowish. So this tuberose, and tuberose is a very, very intense floral note that can be too much for a lot of people, like maybe she can as well. So it is supported by gardenia, by jasmine, by broom flower, a lot of floral, see, but it is with an edge. It is green, slightly sharp. It's actually aromatic. There are spicy notes, the lavender, the woods. So a lot of secrets, a lot of things going on in this fragrance, and it is so nice. Actually, one of the most brilliant tuberoses out there. So yeah, I thought it would fit her perfectly. Now there are also sisters in this family. I couldn't think of perfumes for them. Those perfumes should be really lovely, but nobody cares about them. Basically, that's my description for the sisters. Let me know if you have a fragrance that you find is underrated, that is so lovely, but you never get a compliment for it. I kind of like the sisters. They are just so pure and sincere without anything pretentious about them. But okay, with that being said, let's move on to the modiste, to this French lady that you know, dresses them up. I thought of Carner's Barcelona for them, because this is a very lovely, very well blended fragrance that is powdery but also cool. Because, you know, she's still like, she's a businesswoman in a way. She has her business that is going well, and she knows all these rich and posh and, you know, families, but at the same time she's not like friends with them, and there is still like a distance between them. So this is like cool powdery perfume that is textural, and she has to do with lots of, you know, materials and stuff. So texture in this perfume is amazing. By the way, if you love like textural, powdery, cool fragrances with almond, with heliotrope, with musk, with tonka bean. Highly recommend you try this. It is a community favorite and you can get it with my discount. The link is going to be below. So yeah, that's the fragrance for her. Now let's talk about Lady Danbury. Okay, I kind of like her. She has amazing dresses every time. Like, I just love to look at her. Once again, brilliant actress. She's sharp-tongued, she's strong-willed, she's kind of cool, very powerful, and yeah, like her character a lot. So for her, I went with this slightly mysterious perfume 2021 Nights from Renier, because it's basically like a fairy tale fragrance, but you know, it's slightly vintage, which, you know, she's old, so I decided to go with something very potent, okay, that is very memorable. So I find that it fits her perfectly. We have some greenness to the flowers in here. It smells like perfumes from the past, so I find that it fits her amazingly, like a perfect choice in my personal opinion. Next, because of her, I thought of these new characters, right? So those are, first of all, the sisters, Sharmas, and I want to start with Kate because I don't like her. She's bitchy. I bet she'll end up with Anthony, and I don't want them to be together because I don't like her. I just don't like her. I don't like the actress. She's not like attractive to me personally. I prefer her sister. Of course, she's like, hey, I know exactly everything and I'm so smart and blah blah, but I don't know, I'm just not the fan of her. And but I'm a fan of her perfume. So she likes tea, but she always complains about British tea. Apparently she likes Indian tea because she's from India, right? Like, please correct me if I'm wrong. So I wanted a tea perfume. I didn't want anything like floral, feminine. I wanted perfume with tea, but not one of those citrusy tea perfumes. She rides horses. Horse is very, like, I associate horses with her. Horse riding, tea, something that would be slightly oriental, but like kind of bitter in a way, because that's her character. So I chose Gleams Kensington perfume for her, and you guys, I find like this is the best match on today's list. If you've never heard about this perfume, you're missing out. Definitely check it out. This brand is fantastic and it is available on So Avant-Garde that you can purchase with my discount. Check it out. Fantastic brand. All of their perfumes are cool, but this for me just screams Kate, because this is tea with oud, with animalic oud, so it's perfect like for the horse image. It's oriental, so it's great for India. Like, amazing, kind of sexy, but like in this very, very, I don't know, just slightly villain way. But Edwina, her sister, is a complete opposite to her, and I like the actress. She's so pretty, you guys, and she is young. She is so just sweet and gentle, and at the same time down to earth, okay? She's not like Daphne, extremely romantic and everything. She is like well aware of her responsibility. So I wanted a fragrance that would be floral, exotically floral, because when you look at her, you're like, oh my god, you're just so exotic and mysterious and beautiful and different, but like in the best way possible. So I wanted a perfume with exotic flowers, but I didn't want the perfume that would give me like vacation vibe, right? So I thought about something very special, Fleur d'Ambre from EPC. This is a fantastic brand from England, by the way, so you can check it out online or maybe in the shop if you happen to be in England, and I have a discount so you can save a little bit with it. But this fragrance, you guys, when I smelled it, I fell in love. I just fell in love. This is the juiciest tropical floral fragrance with vanilla, with some osmanthus, with myrrh and some balms, but it always stays bright, you know, it's never heavy. So this is the brightest and happiest oriental tropical perfume. And something that I think is a bit more accessible is Cassili from Parfums de Marly. I have this amazing decant. So if they happen to end up with Anthony together, then I think this is a better match, because Arsenica features note of red currant, and in Cassili we have it as well. There is also some frangipani, some other flowers. It is a little bit less opulent than the previous perfume, and you can also get it at So Avant-Garde. But with that being said, the final character today is of course the queen. Did you think I forget about her? Of course not. So I wanted an over-the-top gourmand because, you know, it's the queen. Every time we see her, like palace, all the sweets and stuff. So I wanted croissant, of course, it's British queen. But Benny told me it should be a tobacco perfume, and that drove me nuts. I wanted an over-the-top gourmand with tobacco, and then it hit me. Okay, so this is the second perfect match today because the fragrance is also from the British brand, and I tried to go for British brands for the majority of these, but of course it was not always possible. But this fragrance, Time to Draw the Ruffle Numbers from 4160 Tuesdays, is like the perfect choice for a queen who is very curious, who knows what she wants, who is very like, okay, you know, you need to listen to me, and if I want something, I will get it. You know, it's kind of like a pretty typical queen behavior, regal, commanding. So this fragrance is so weird, it is contrasting, it is like basically a leather that is super nutty. Like imagine croissant with like this nutty feeling of marzipan, of things like with marmalade over the top, but you're smoking tobacco, eating it. Okay, this is the fragrance. I find it fits the queen perfectly. And that was all for today's Bridgerton's perfume matching. Let me know what's your favorite choice of mine. If you completely disagree with some of these, it's okay. I would like to know more about your ideas for perfume matching of these characters, and also who's your favorite. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, go ahead and share your ideas for future content down below in the comment section. I'm excited to hear from you. Don't forget to check out the description box for more information, like the codes with which you can shop perfumes, save a little bit on them, of course. Also my social media accounts where you can follow me to stay in touch. And if you enjoyed watching this one, please give it a huge thumbs up, as well as feel free to subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. And have a great day. We'll see each other next one really soon. Bye guys.